Hi, I'm Rob Parsons, Practice Director for Network and Integrated Security here at Insight. Today, I have Mike Moore with me, Practice Development Manager, and we're excited to talk about some wireless connectivity options that are out there. And we're really doing some cool things with wireless today, Mike. So I know that this ranges from the enterprise into the public sector, talking about smart cities, and then into maybe what we can do in more rural areas. So let's start with the enterprise. What kind of options do we have for wireless today, and what advantages is it giving us over traditional means?
Yeah, a great question. And I mean, with the enterprise, I mean, Wi-Fi has been kind of a standard for years, right? So, I mean, it's kind of gone through the evolution where you start with the autonomous AP, working through the controller architectures, and now we're all the way up to Wi-Fi 6, which is one of the latest and greatest. We're getting 4x speed improvements and better throughput over legacy Wi-Fi technologies. So it's really opening the doors for a lot of interesting use cases when it comes to IoT. I mean, a lot of the devices have BLE built into them now, and RFID tracking capabilities. So there's a lot of things we can do, like tracking medical devices, like an infusion pump or a wheelchair, and healthcare use cases are in retail stores, asset tagging the different products in the store, so you know if a quantity is getting low or if something's leaving your store without you knowing about it. So I mean, Wi-Fi has predominantly been the big guy in this space, but I mean, now with the emergence of 5G, we're starting to see more and more use cases where 5G is being brought into the enterprise as well to provide connectivity to IoT devices, and even things like LoRaWAN. And I mean, there's huge technologies out there that cover the enterprise, but it gives you kind of a mix and match of how you want to approach your strategy. Do you want to go with an LTE route? Do you want to go with a traditional Wi-Fi 6? And obviously there's going to be use cases for both.
Yeah, so when we think about video, the world's really embraced video over the last year. When we think about that, are traditional wireless networks that are in place in enterprise environments going to be able to support the widespread video conferencing, or are they going to have to make changes to be able to accommodate that?
Well, I mean, it depends on if they're struggling today, but as you think as video gets better and better with 4K and 6K, and it's just going to continually improve. So that's more data, that's more processing. So as these access points are beefing up to support that, we also need to think of that underlying infrastructure too. So, I mean, if you think of the multi-gigabit capable wireless access points we have today, if your access layer, your network switches and routers don't have a big enough pipe to support all that data and that throughput, then you're going to have a bottleneck in your network, and you're going to have that poor experience. You're going to have laggy video or video throttling down, so you're not getting the full quality of what you were expecting. So there's definitely a lot of considerations that have to come in just beyond Wi-Fi as you're implementing these new technologies, especially when you get in the conversation about video.
That's great. Mike, thanks so much. Great information. Really look forward to helping transform some wireless networks.